to analyze what is it that we can expect from the budget this time. Samir, hi, morning. Let me start off with you. They say that the markets go up before the budget, that typical traditional pre-budget rally, and they fall after the budget because expectations are never met. This time, there are no expectations. Could we be in for a reverse move, perhaps, Samir?
Except that many stocks were up a lot on this basis that maybe some tax cuts are coming or something is coming. That's why I could see only consumer type stocks going up. But otherwise, this month has been bad relative to previous many months in the last 2 years. Let's hope that the budget does not do anything negative, and then it does a few things which are long-term and short-term positive.
Now, Samir, you've always said over the years that the importance of budget is getting diluted. So it could be the same today also, nothing more, nothing less.
For sure, by Wednesday we'll move on. The only thing is, which we can say in favor of big things happening, is that this is really the first budget of this term of the government. So in that sense, it is a big budget from their point of view. The last budget was more of a interim budget done a few days only after winning. So I hope that they lay out something for the next 3-4 years and maybe a few things they change. But from the time this GST thing has gone out of the budget discussions, there is less for them to do other than make some big picture announcements and maybe do something on personal taxation or any other such taxation.
So, what should be a very basic approach for folks who have exposure to small and mid-cap stocks now? Because that's where the selling has been intense, which is that should one get out of small cap stocks? Should one sit on cash, convert them into large cap, or double your small and mid caps?
No, I think they should just hold for now. First of all, in the next 1 or 2 months also, if it looks either neither the budget nor the monetary policy is helping, and if this different, then you may get more frustrated. But generally, the easier thumb rule has been, first, if you are nervous, don't buy. But that doesn't mean you have to sell. And then you can see over time, and particularly if they are, say, small cap fund or small cap stocks, as always, the old formula is कि आप 5-10% बेच दो अगर आपको nervousness लग रही है. It is never has it been a case of all or none in anything. And also individually, I can show you many small caps जो मुझे लगेगा तो यार 10-12 P पे चल रहे हैं, बड़ी पुरानी कंपनियां हैं. It's not some new company. In fact, if you look at the places where the valuations are very high, वो या तो very high growth वाली चीजें थी या कोई प्लेटफॉर्म टाइप चीजें थी. बट उसको भी मैं ऐसे जस्टिफाई करता हूँ दैट मेनी पीपल बाय प्राइवेट पी फंड्स, दे बाय वीसी, ये उससे हायर ग्रेड का है बिकॉज दे हैव बीन टेस्टेड, दे ऑलरेडी गॉन पब्लिक, दे हैव 5-year हिस्ट्री. वही बंदे, सेम इन्वेस्टर्स, सेम हाई नेट वर्थ इन्वेस्टर्स साइमल्टेनियसली विल बी पुटिंग मनी इनटू न्यू P funds and VC funds to do something which is even more dramatic and even more this thing. So it's a continuum. I don't think there's any need to overly panic based on your sleep, how much it takes to not sleep. आप कम कर दो, ज़्यादा कर दो, dial in, dial out.
तो समीर, बाजार क्या लग रहा है like this say, irrespective of the budget, no budget, where are markets headed?
By the way, I am bullish in general. Why? First is that it is very rare for the Indian market to be down when the rest of the world is up. Number one. Number two, in the last 3 years, if you look at the NSE 500 index, it is up in rupee terms some 15% per annum. Okay, if you do right now, 3 years, so that means 22 January 30th to now or whatever. So in that sense, it is not out of line with historical longer term averages. If you did 10-year, 15-year, 20-year, 7-year, 9-year, it'll all turn out to be in this range of 14, 15, 16% per annum. And we also know from a big picture top-down thing that the earnings growth of our market last 3 years would have been in this range, say 13, 15%. Suppose they were 2% less also, it doesn't mean ki literally it has to be identical, but mota mati, it is in range. Therefore, markets don't correct when, and for last year, it might be much lower than that, maybe 10%, if you do just 1 year. So normally markets don't correct after a 10% rally. The previous 3 instances in which it has been wise to raise money were at the end of 91, at the end of 99, at the end of 2007. In all of them, those 3 years were very big, like 60, 80% in that year. फिर आप कह सकते हो 60% has gone up, now it should correct. यहाँ पे it has gone up 10%, and why should it correct? And main thing is the FII has sold, but the FIs have basically started selling from October 1. In September, actually, I don't remember the exact number, but it was more than 8-10 billion of inflow. Okay, in September.
Yeah.
So from October, it became some 12 billion outflow, then chalta hi raha. And now it's about 20 billion of outflow since October 1. So what is this trade of whoever is selling? It must be, I am selling India to buy what? USA. अब वो भी there is a limit कितने दिन चलाओगे स्टोरी को, because in this period the stocks he's selling are down maybe 10-15%. If he's selling some small cap, they are down 25%, and his own market, or if he's US guy, it's up some 10-15%. वो 30-40% difference के बाद हमारे 0.2% निकाल के क्या करेगा? This trade will be over soon. I think this trade has been, what is the word, accentuated, or duration has become bigger because the Indian market started doing badly. आप 4 दिन Indian market को चलाइए and they will also back off. Yes. And how to do it? एक तो you should have a good monetary policy. We know it is very tight. And in the budget today, government should say, now it might be too late, but the government should say things about the market and say we respect the market. We think it's a great thing, it's adding value, ताकि लोगों को लगे that now this, of course today there's no chance of any capital gain taxes, etc. But to sort of humbly accept, ये बहुत हो गया.
Samir is there, so Simsim to kholna padega, and I'm just going to walk to that big wall of ours where we actually would capture that what are Samir Arora capturing, and this is like Simsim for Samir Arora. Many may not know this is Samir Arora, and by the way, his nickname or pet name in school was Junior, and he was telling me that his name was Junior Arora till the time he went to 4th standard. Okay, that is trivia on Samir. But what is Samir's Simsim? What does it have in terms of some themes? Let's look at it. This time, if we shake the Simsim, Samir has good old large cap, IT, Zomato and Paytm, which is part of his Simsim now. And then there is HDFC Bank, which in a sense has been this, I would say, love of his life. HDFC Bank, for many years he's owned it. He's increasing exposure in large cap IT stocks because that's safety and that's where growth is predictable and that's where the dollar advantage is. But Zomato, Paytm, which he's been buying, which his funds, if you look at his holdings, they in a sense have really been constant. I would also like to recap what Porinju has been indicate as, his Simsim contains, and we'll keep on opening a lot of these magic boxes. You call them Simsim, some like to call them magic boxes. So 2 Simsims or 2 magic boxes have been opened. This is Porinju's magic box. Indage, Proteon and Exigo. Samir, we've already told you, Paytm, Zomato, HDFC Bank, and then he has large cap IT in it. But that is not the only, these are not the only 2 magic boxes. Many more magic boxes would be opening up. So Saturday on ET Now Today, it's fun, it is magic, and it is also a lot of analysis.
Yeah.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.